From the preparation of Timeless Tour of Davido, I understand that he knows how to use his voice, and I got to understand a lot of things I want to share with you in this video as a music enthusiast. I love Afrobeat so much. I want to share this with you guys so that you will get to understand as an upcoming artist. I can learn from these already established artists by the way they prepare for rehearsals and they record in the studio. I still got something coming in from Ladipo who said, man, I don't have the music of Singer Portable in my phone or Speed Darlington. That is what Antu Baba gave out advice and shout out to a person of Odomodu Black, and that is really trending out on social media after they were nearly assaulted in Lagos State University. Consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon. A video of Davido rehearsing for the Timeless concert in US made it to the public, and that generated a lot of reactions. Me, I'm drawing some kind of learning from that. I want to share with you guys, especially upcoming artists out there. You need to understand this that came in from Davido. Definitely, Davido knows how to use his voice, and the first thing he understands is his limitations. Davido came out with his frog voice, like many people will say that Davido got a frog voice and all those kind of things, but he understand and know how to work around it and make it sweet at the end of the day. Listening to Davido record in the studio and perform on stage, you will get to understand that this guy knows his limitation, and that is helping him to actually conquer the industry so hard. Knowing your limitation means knowing your range, knowing what you can sing, knowing what you can put your voice on, and how you can actually increase or reduce your pitch or tempo. That is one thing you need to understand as an artist. I would say Frog Voice has actually paid off for Davido. He leveraged on his talent just to make himself relevant out there. Without a good voice, Davido leveraged on his talent to, use words and tell stories. That is what has been helping Davido out there. And as an upcoming artist, you need to leverage on your talent to an extent that will sustain your longevity in the industry. Most times, Davido is telling good stories with a song, and that has helped him within the industry. I know that Davido always tell love story in his song, and that is a sweet part of Davido, ranging from the assurance, fireball. If you will understand that this guy knows how to tell African love story, and that has helped him to sustain himself out there. With these 3 points, you will understand that Davido got a lot to offer in the industry. But one thing he came out to say is that
I'm going to retire before I turn sour.
In other words, you leave the stage when the ovation is high. Recently, Ladipo was asked to name the artist you will never find in his playlist, and he named Portable and Speed Darlington, and a lot of people are really responding to that and saying that this time around Speed Darlington will chase clouds with that thing. I think I don't have Speed Darlington's song in my playlist. I don't even have Singer Portable songs in my playlist, and that is for a lot of majority of Nigerians. Singer Portable got the street to an extent. Let us listen to rapper Ladipo on this
song I'll never find in your playlist.
You'll never find?
Yeah.
My playlist?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what's that guy's name? Maybe like It's Not Portable.
Yeah, Portable.
If it's not portable, it is. If it's not portable, it is
Speed Dial.
Yes. Are you not?
Many people are really asking the question, how can Nigerian president give $10 to the poor, 100 million naira to the rich? That is what they are really asking. I saw this video trending on social media, came in from Arise TV, and that a lot of people are trying to relate on. Let us try to understand the big story at a time like this.
The palliative and subvention he's giving, we still need a lot more. 8,000 for 12 million families. What makes up those families in the first place? What makes up those households? For 6 months, how reaching will this effect go? Not too much. Also, we need to be able to tie the things we give around outcomes. I would have wanted us to be able to put more as regards reducing the price of food in the market rather than giving this handout that you will give for a while and it will go. So what are the outcomes we can tie them around then? I keep referring to Ghana. I keep referring to Brazil, Bolsa Familia, tying them around education outcomes, some people argue, but also look at the terrain in Nigeria. As regards farmers not getting enough irrigation, like I was saying before, build a dam per district. Try as much as possible to bolster agricultural prospects around there. And I saw there that you want to give 70 billion to lawmakers to aid new. No, let's reduce that money. You see, these people have rich enough. They've done well for themselves. Let's cut that money and give it more to the people. Because these people have big convoys and all of that. No, you can't be telling us to tighten our belt and we're hearing 70 billion being given to lawmakers. No, I'm not anti-lawmakers, but it's a desperate time. And in fact, let's even stretch the argument by saying, why can't we cut it to one house rather than having, two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives? No, because you're giving 70 billion to lawmakers to aid in the work of the newcomers. I'm not saying it's not necessary, but let's cut even more.
The other issue that has been raised is that money will be provided for 12 million households, right? 18,000 naira per month.
8,
no, is it 8,000?
8,000
per month. Okay, what difference? $10. What difference can that make? The conditional cash transfer, President Tinubu in meeting with the class of 1999 governors said, opportunities will be provided for households and the conditional cash transfer will not go haywire as it did under President Buhari. Let us state that now as a point of fact. Okay, how is he going to make sure that I will get my own 8,000 naira per month, for example? Let's start with that. No, because what they call the social register, does not accommodate enough people. They talk about poor and vulnerable Nigerians. Who identifies those poor and vulnerable Nigerians? And finally, I make the point made by Frank Shaibu, the spokesperson for Atiku Abubakar. What Frank Shaibu is saying simply is the point that, look, this conditional cash transfer should not be an opportunity for people to divert public funds. So President Tinubu has to pay attention to that. But his communications team, they are very good on rhetorics, on writing speeches. I've seen that. They are much better than the Buhari team. But we are not looking for speeches and rhetoric and communications organization. As an ancestor, I can comment on that and take a position on that. But Nigerians are not looking for rhetoric, presidential rhetoric. They are looking for concrete actions.
Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.
8,000 for 12 million families. What makes up those families in the first place? What makes up those households? For 6 months, how reaching will this effect go? Not too much. Also, we need to be able to tie the things we give around outcomes. I would have wanted us to be able to put more as regards reducing the price of food in the market rather than giving this handout that you will give for a while and it will go. So what are the outcomes we can tie them around then? I keep referring to Ghana. I keep referring to Brazil, Bolsa Familia, tying them around education outcomes, some people argue, but also look at the terrain in Nigeria. As regards farmers not getting enough irrigation, like I was saying before, build a dam per district. Try as much as possible to bolster agricultural prospects around there. And I saw there that you want to give 70 billion to lawmakers to aid new. No, let's reduce that money. You see, these people have reached enough. They've done well for themselves. Let's cut that money and give it more to the people. Because these people have big convoys and all of that. No, you can't be telling us to tighten our belt and we're hearing 70 billion being given to lawmakers. No, I'm not anti-lawmakers, but it's a desperate time.